Alright, you guys, hat-trick for Lamine Yamal. 4-1 win in the Camp Nou. We're still unbeaten at home. Top of the table now by 4 points, pending where Real Madrid play on Monday. The feelings are back. And we have to talk about it. But first, guys, if this is your first time seeing my videos, hi guys, I am Just Max, and on this channel I talk about football, La Liga, Prem, UCL, all of that good stuff. And if this is something you're interested, please stick around, be my friend, be my homie. I would love to grow this channel with you, especially if you're a culé, because I am a Barca fan. But let's dive into the game that we have just seen from Barcelona and Villarreal, because listen to me, this was supposed to be a tough game. This was supposed to be difficult. It was supposed to be challenging. It was one that could define the season, especially because Villarreal are currently season number 3 in the table. But you know, the thing is, Camp Nou is starting to feel like a fortress. It really is. Like, if you're really going to come to Camp Nou now, just know you might get lashed, because that's what the feelings are telling us. The feelings are back. We're enjoying our football, and today was no different. But let's look at the lineup that Hansi Flick put on the pitch. It was Joan Garcia in goal, and I thought he had a good performance, except that one mistake that was almost costly, but thank God it was not. Jules Koundé in right back position, and my Koundé is back. Oh my God. I used to pray for times like this, and I'm so glad I never switched them. I never did. Go check the replays. I may have, expressed disappointment here and there, but I never switched up. I stuck with my guns. I knew he will come good, and he is just starting to peak at the right time. Pau Kubasi and Eric Garcia, they partnered in that center back position for Barcelona. Chef's kiss. Alejandro Balde in that left back position for Barcelona, he did okay. Marc Bernal and Dani Olmo were Barcelona's pivots, because of course we know, unfortunately, Frankie de Jong is now injured and he will be out for approximately six weeks. Femi Lopez was our attacking midfielder, and if you have watched even 1 minute of my videos, you know I highly rate Femi Lopez, and it was no difference today. Lamine Yamal, hat-trick hero, congratulations. We will talk more about that. Rafinha in that left wing position for Barcelona. I thought he had a good game. He wasn't in amongst the goals, but many of the things that Rafinha brings to this Barcelona teams is not just goals and assists. Ferran Torres did lead the line today, and yeah, he was there. Let's get into the game, because we started out good. We laid the gauntlet down. We pressed Villarreal like no man's business. In the first few minutes of the game, I want to say it was a bit cagey, but I thought the way we were able to take hold of the ball, control it, create chances. I was seeing in that early exchanges between Barcelona and Villarreal, I was seeing the promise between Koundé and Lamine Yamal, and when I tell you they ate in this game, it was no different. But the early exchanges were a bit cagey. But it don't make no difference, because it only takes 1 minute for Barcelona to pounce on you, and it only takes one mistake. Because the goal from Lamine Yamal, the first one anywho, it comes from, Pape Gueye tries to take the ball in the middle of the park. Barcelona applies that intensity that characterized much of their play today. I thought they were really good with that. They were very compact in defense as well. They were so quick to bounce on every loose ball. They were so quick to block those passing lines for Villarreal. It kind of just made it very difficult for them to do their transitional football as they usually do. And so in this sequence of exchange, it was Villarreal and Pape Gueye trying to take the ball in the middle of the park on the 28th minute. Barcelona pouncing them through Femi Lopez. He dispossesses Pape Gueye, and then guess who is making that fantastic, delicious run? And guess who has the technique to find him? It is Femi Lopez. He looks up, he sees Lamine Yamal making the run. Inch perfect pass. Lamine Yamal's first touch is delicious. He takes the ball, opens his body very well, slots the ball past the defender and the goalkeeper, and on the 28th minute, Barcelona are 1 goal up, and it's a whole different ballgame, because right now Villarreal are chasing the game and they have to come out a little bit more. When teams start to come out a little bit more, or you're chasing Barcelona, guess what? You're gonna get got, and that's exactly what they found out no sooner after that, because Barcelona will double their lead through Lamine Yamal again, and it was much to that combination play between Lamine Yamal and Jules Koundé. As I said in my opener, I used to pray for times like this. This was by far one of Jules Koundé's best footballing display, I want to say, of the season, because in defense he was defending, in attack he was attacking. The way he combined with Lamine Yamal when Lamine Yamal was on the pitch, I live for it. The give and goes, the 1-2 combination passes, inch perfect, chef's kiss. And again, I think there was no many opportunities where Jules Koundé was actually beaten, and he made a couple of very good interception blocks when Villarreal tried to advance. But I digressed a little bit. Let's get back to the point of the second goal, which is Lamine Yamal, give and go between Jules Koundé, finds Lamine Yamal, he takes the ball, runs into the box, and at this point he beats the first defender. I think they were expecting Lamine Yamal to do the trademark thing that Barcelona players tend to do, which is to put a cross, in front of the defense and see if any Barcelona player can rush onto it and maybe tap it in. But Lamine Yamal doesn't do that, because hello, he is the Lamine Yamal. And if you know anything about Lamine Yamal, is that he do like to bend it. Like when we first got introduced to Lamine Yamal, his patent type of goal is to bend it. Like from those angles, he loves this kind of goal. We haven't gotten to see those kind of goals of recent, because again, defenders, they've learned to defend him a little bit better, and he himself has learned, to be able to diversify his bag. But he had to go back to like his original stuff today. Sidesteps the first defender, sets himself very well, opens his body and hits it. And it just reminds me of the goal last season that clinched the title for Barcelona against Espanyol, and I lived for it. I was so excited. Barcelona are up, we're cruising 2-0 on the 37th minute. Villarreal could not even at this point muster any kind of attack, so I knew that it was going to be left to us to continue the level of intensity that we were doing and to be able to see the game out. We did have opportunities, I say, where Barcelona could have extended the lead. Lamine Yamal did have a similar opportunity not so long after that, where he could have scored the same kind of goal again, but this time around he does end up putting it wide. He should have scored. He should have. I ain't gonna front you. He should have scored. But notwithstanding, Barcelona do go into the half with a 2-goal advantage. We come back out at halftime. I'm expecting us to maintain that intensity, because like I said to you last week, we do this thing where like we have one half of high intensity and then we drop off. When you are looking at the next game we're going to be playing is that second leg fixture against Atletico Madrid, this is a perfect chance for us to do what we need to do in terms of like rehearsals, in terms of like basically getting our gameplay set for that game. So I expected them to come out with the same level of intensity that they showed in the first half, because one of the things that killed us against Atletico Madrid a couple of weeks ago was that we did not come with the right level of energy. I was excited because I did think that they started the second half with the right level of energy, the same level of intensity that they showed in the first half. They could have scored a couple of goals within the first opening exchange, within the first 2 to 3 minutes, that we almost certainly had an opportunity there. But to my surprise, it is us who end up going down. It's Barcelona who end up going down on the 49th minute through Pape Gueye, and it was very, very weird kind of goal. In that Barcelona conceded a corner kick, the ball is bouncing in and around the box. There's a host of Barcelona players in and amongst the mist trying to like clear the ball. We do not do a very good job of it. The player from Villarreal does power, he does do well to put the ball in a very good like open space for Pape Gueye. He's left unmarked, undefended, and unfortunately for Barcelona, Rafinha did not step up with the defense, so Rafinha does end up playing Pape Gueye onside for the goal, well past Joan Garcia. Now I know that Barcelona, they're upset with conceding this goal, because again we did wanted to practice keeping a clean sheet, because like I said, in that second leg against Atletico Madrid, given the fact that we are 4-0 down, we need to keep a clean sheet and we need to score 4 goals. But when that goal was scored, it kind of rattled Barcelona a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. I felt like they felt a little bit rattled. They were starting to make mistakes. There was certainly that one opportunity where I think there was a foul on Lamine Yamal. The referee does not see it as such. The play develops and the ball is played over the top. The Villarreal player is running, and then Joan Garcia has to come out of his lines to clear the ball. He totally misses it. He does get there, but he gets there a little bit too late. And so the Villarreal player has like an open net to, pick his moment. Barcelona players does do a little bit to like, put his stride off a little bit. He does end up putting it wide. So we do end up continuing to be in the lead. Praise God for that moment. Barcelona did end up getting the introduction of Pedri in that midfield, because we needed him to kind of stabilize things a little bit. He did not start this game, as you could probably tell, because again we wanted him fresh for Atletico Madrid. Pedri comes on, replaces Dani Olmo, and immediately one of the things that we saw that Pedri brings to this game is that he's able to take care of the ball a little bit more. He's able to contribute towards defending as well, but anti-press. Pedri's anti-press. Whenever he gets the ball, it sticks to him like magnets. He's able to carry the ball forward, whether from defense or in the midfield or into the attack. And so that kind of destabilizes everything that Villarreal were trying to build in that moment. I thought there were opportunities where Lamine Yamal could have gotten his hat-trick earlier. There was that moment where he strikes from outside of the box, and then it was just inches wide. It was just inches wide. It really could have gone anywhere. If it had a little bit of a deflection on it, it really could have been a goal. It wasn't. And I think there was still another moment where he just kind of puts it a little bit wide again, but he would not be deterred. Barcelona will find their answer. Lamine Yamal will get his first official career hat-trick for Barcelona when Pedri finds him in the middle of the path again. It's this goal, the third goal for Barcelona on the 69th minute. It reminds me of the first goal for Barcelona, but this time Pedri turns provider. Pedri receives the ball deep in the midfield, looks up, he sees Lamine Yamal making the run. It threads that line-breaking pass. It's inch perfect. Lamine Yamal runs onto it. Again, he's 1v1, this time with the goalkeeper, and he opens his body much like he did in the first half, and Barcelona are 3-1 up, and I live for it because, again, like I said, we really needed that moment. We really needed that third goal because we had a couple of, we've had that. So that goal does go on to stabilize Barcelona. I do want to, at this point, take a moment to appreciate the Barcelona defense for everything that we did today. I think we were sensational. I think that regardless of the fact that we did end up conceding the goal, I think that this is one of the best Barcelona defensive performances that I have seen in a while. I thought that Barcelona were very good at intercepting Villarreal. I thought they were very good at ball recoveries today. I thought that they were very good at holding that offside line. Villarreal was certainly caught, I want to say 5 times offside. Yes, I am correct. They were certainly caught 5 times offside today, so which is something that we haven't seen in a while. So again, they weren't able to do that thing where teams were just going to put the ball over the top and then run onto Barcelona's attack. We didn't concede that many big chances. I don't think that Joan Garcia was too troubled in this match, and all of that comes down to the fact that the team was very focused for large chunks of the game, except for that 5 minutes there. But like for large chunks of the game, they were very focused. They defended very well. They were a huge unit, a huge team, and I want to appreciate every single one of them. Pau Kubasi, Eric Garcia was so intense in the defense today, and I could see him intercepting some of those passes from Villarreal today. So very, very huge kudos to the defensive line today. We must give them credit for how much we criticize them when they don't do so well. We must give them credit. We did see the introduction of Lewandowski, of course, in this match for Ferran Torres. We did see Lamine Yamal get taken off for Rooney Badaji. Rafinha was also taken off in this match as well, and Araujo ended up coming onto the pitch. And like I said about Koundé, his combination play with Lamine Yamal in the first half, and when Lamine Yamal was on the pitch, chef's kiss. His combination play with Rooney Badaji, when Rooney Badaji came on, I don't know what's higher than the chef's kiss, but it was equally as good is what I'm trying to say. It was sensational. It was brilliant. They combined beautifully. And one of the things I want to appreciate Barcelona for in this match was we're 3-1 up. There wasn't any necessary risk in taking, trying to force things. They did so well in holding up play, in holding up the defense, in moving Villarreal from side to side, basically doing their rondos, right? And I live for it because, again, we need to learn how to manage the game. It's not every time attack. Sometimes we need to manage the game, run down the clock a little bit, and just let the play, just frustrate your opponents is what I'm trying to say. And I think we did do a good job of that. We did end up getting one goal to wrap things up, a very nice little ball, and this one, it comes to Robert Lewandowski, but largely thanks to the work of Jules Koundé. Jules Koundé finds the ball on the right hand side, and much like he has been doing in attack today, he gets in a very good position. The defense did not see him coming at all. He holds his run very well, so he's very well onside. Puts the ball in the middle, that square ball in front of the box. Finds Robert Lewandowski for a very, very well easy tapping. Initially, it's called as an offside, and I think against Robert Lewandowski, but then thankfully Divar does come in to intercept that decision. Robert Lewandowski is very well behind the ball, so he's onside. In the end, Barcelona win 4-1. We're top of the league, 4 points clear of Real Madrid. Real Madrid do end up playing on Monday, so we do have 2 days to enjoy our 4 points. And Real Madrid will be playing Getafe, who play prime haram ball. So I expect that to be a very, very difficult game for Real Madrid, but we will be here, we will be watching. Okay, we will be watching Real Madrid. Hopefully they do end up dropping points, but hey, whatever, we will be here. But anyway, congratulations to Lamine Yamal for getting his first career hat-trick. He is the man of the match today, and for me as well. A lot of other players shined in this game. Rafinha, he had a good game. Brought that intensity, was dancing and weaving as well. Unfortunately, he did not get a goal or an assist in this match, but again, most of the things that he brings, that leadership, it doesn't often translate to like goals or an assist, so love that for him. Jules Koundé was sensational in this match. I have to applaud his performance. He was amazing. This is the Jules Koundé that I used to know and love, and I live for it. Femi Lopez bringing that intensity. Listen, I've been saying this since, and I'll keep saying it. Femi Lopez is the best attacking midfielder in the world. Argue with yourself, I don't care, I don't care. And today he was no different. And of course, Pedri coming on for a quick cameo and then getting an assist through, Lamine Yamal's third goal. I live for it. And then just being able to control that Barcelona's midfield and ensuring that we do not lose the ball in very, very tight spaces. That's one of the things that Pedri can do for you, and I live for that as well. So these are the people that shine for me in this game. Let me know who shined for you as well. But congratulations to Lamine Yamal, you did that. And that has been it for me. But until next time, bye guys, and Vishka Barca.